So Seth Rollins, from the very first time that I met him, we just hit it off. They've always been like that platonic best friend relationship.
There is a house.
It was never anything more. They were just best friends.
Wooden floors, walls,
we were friends first, developed a good relationship that way, and then one day it was like, oh.
Tables and chairs.
Did you see it coming at all? Did you see it? Oh, really? No, not at all. No, because they were both dating other people.
This is a place where I don't feel alone.
And there was never really anything.
This is a place where I feel
I hit it off with Rebecca towards the end of January. Where actually the first time we kissed was Royal Rumble weekend.
But it took months for them to make that into a thing.
That was interesting because I've known her for such a long time. I never really even thought about the other one in that way. And so even when we kind of started hanging out as more than friends, it felt really nice. But it was also like, maybe we shouldn't do this. But after a couple weeks, it's pretty obvious that there was no way we were gonna avoid it. And things started to turn around
from me,
like she inspires me.
from you.
Did you know she was going to put that on Twitter?
No, I did not. We were riding in the car together to a live event where she was, going back and forth with the two of them. And I was just kind of like, scanning my Twitter and rolling my eyes. But then all of a sudden I saw that one pop up and I just looked over at her. And I was like, what is this? And she just gave me a little coy smile that she does. And then I surprised her the next day with the picture. So.
I was worried about us getting involved in a storyline in WWE and how that would be received. And sure enough, then we ended up in a storyline.
Out in the garden where we planted the seed,
And it wasn't the best.
there is a tree as old as me.
That out there for people to judge and have opinions about. But it wasn't really something I thought about when we were approached with the idea or when we started doing it.
Green. Ground had a rose and path.
Once it kind of permeated into the storylines, I just didn't realize that
By the
it was
cracks of the skin,
so scrutinized, I suppose.
climb to the top.
Like that part was kind of tough sometimes because it's your personal life. It's someone that you care about, someone that you love. Your relationship is the most important thing. At least for me, it's the most important thing in my life. And so to have people like who don't know you think that they're allowed to have an opinion about you, negative opinion, and express it and like tell you about it, it hurts sometimes.
Held on as tightly as you held on to me. Held on as tightly as you held on to me.
What is it like to both be champions and be dating each other?
Yeah, well, we're the best, so we should be with the best.
Iron sharpens iron.
And I built a home for you.
Myself and Rebecca took 2 weeks to go to Hawaii. I had started the process of creating an engagement ring for her 2 months prior to that. And so I asked her if she wanted to go out and take some pictures of the sunset because it was gorgeous.
From
Ended up at this cool beach that was just convenient. And whipped the ring out. associates for the rest of her life. I never thought I would meet somebody that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. So being able to get down on a knee and ask her to marry me and her to say yes is lights out. There's no doesn't get any better. A bit of a cliche, but honestly, it hit me really hard early this year when I fell in love with Becky. You know, her and I kind of connected on a deeper level, and I started to look forward to the second half of my life more. All these relationships were nonsense until I met the right one, and all these things that I thought that I never really was interested in, like being married, being a husband, having kids, started to feel like options for me in the future.
I was her, she was me.
And as happy as you are to be the champion, I might be a little bit happier. So you go and be a warrior, because I'm gonna go be a mother.
Watching Becky announce it live on Monday made it feel more real than it had previously.
If there's somebody
Thing just growing inside of her that's half me and half her, and yeah, it's cool, man. I'm excited about it.
So I took one of them, and Colby didn't even know that I took it, and it just one line popped up real quick, but I didn't even read the instructions. So I was like, oh, it's the negative line, and I was like, I'm so not pregnant, and I threw it into the bin. And then it came back from the gym that night, and I took it out, and I was like, oh wait, hang on, there's a second line here. And so then I went to him, and I was like, is that a second line? And then we Googled it, and then it says that there's like an evaporation line if you wait too long, so you have to. So I was like, oh, okay, so that's probably it. Then the next morning I took it and I waited, and the line again was really faint, and I was like, oh, alright, I just need to wait to get like one of the visual tests, and then I got the visual test and the word just popped up. I was like, wow! Colby just like threw his hand in the air.
we'll be strong, and I will carry
Okay,
on.
kids, we're married.
We are
If there's somebody
fairly early
calling
that
me
was the one that there
She's
was a more perfect person for me out there.
For me, she's my wife, so you know she's my ride or die.
if there's somebody
Find a little bit of solace in your family life. Oh yeah. My daughter's 2.5 now. She's the best. Once, you know, me and Becky got together 4 years ago. Just I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. Here we are, and then we had a kid, and she's the best. And so like that's the time it's hard for me to shut down from the business because I'm in it so much, and I do love it so much. But like, if ever there had been a time where it wasn't my first love, having my wife and kid probably has taken that over.
If there's somebody calling me on, she's the one.